This is the video that's going to help you attract other agents, okay? So I'm going to go through some scripting with you and some tools you can use and strategies to kind of take you through the whole process. Some people are going to be early adapters, it's shorter and faster. Some take time, take nurturing. I'm going to go over all that. So to begin with though, I want to emphasize a few things or just give you a couple of tips, right? So number one is this. If you're thinking to yourself, I don't really know a lot of other agents, that kind of thing, that's okay. All right, you're going to. If you think about it, what is the number one thing we can do that makes a lot of other things a lot easier? Well, it's to get commissions. It's to be in production and earn commissions. So if you think about it, when you're in production, you're earning commissions. Obviously, the money helps you financially. We get that. Also helps your reputation. The more you sell, the more your reputation spreads. It's like energetic. It's like the law of attraction. Okay, and also you'll become acquainted with more and more agents. Remember, not every property you show you're going to sell. Not every property you list you're going to sell. But in the process, you're going to come across a lot of other agents. You always want to get and keep their contact information, keep them in a separate, you don't want to like send your consumer marketing to them. It's you want to categorize them differently. You have a different segment for other realtors. Use this stuff here to attract them, okay? But the point is you want to document them. Keep a running list of the agents you've met. If you've already had transactions, you should go through your prior transactions, your paperwork, and write down their names. And here's what I do. I actually go online, I look up their picture. So I don't just remember their name, I remember what they look like. It draws me in, it connects me. And then when I talk to them, it's easier for me to build rapport and open myself up and be present for them, which is the main thing. There's no greater gift in this world you can give to another human being than to be present for them. Be present there in the moment, okay? And connect with them. They will know it and they will sense it. And it's the first step. And of course, you always build rapport. In any case, if you haven't already received it, ask me. I've got a list of agents in your state, so I will give you that list of agents, okay? And you can use that. You can load them up to your business page on Facebook as a custom audience. You can do posts, right? You don't have to load the whole state. Just sort it by city and cut and paste the ones in your city, load them up, and then you can put certain posts out there and target them. You can message them and everything. You can connect with them through social media, which, by the way, some people prefer. Think of their communication style. You got mail, the old style mail, it's snail mail. You got email, you got phone calls, you got text, and you got social media, which includes Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, whole 9 yards, okay? So let's just assume we're going to be using Facebook for our social media. The point is there's more than one ways to communicate with another agent. And I will sometimes do all of them. I'll do something easy first. It's fast, like an email. And if I don't get responses, then I might go to a text, right? If I get a text, I might go to social media. And if I get a there, then I'll go to a phone call. Or sometimes I'll test to see over time which ones they're more responsive to, and I'll focus on that communication style with that particular agent. And by the way, I actually will make a note. I keep a running list literally with a file with notes and everything. So in any case, that's the second thing. And the main thing was I just mentioned a moment ago is your current transactions are the most important, mainly because it also provides you the most current and relevant prospects for you to bring into the team. They're always the easiest to build rapport with because you just had a recent communication with them dealing with a property, for example, okay? So always start with the people you've had most recent contact with, okay? Now, check this out. Here's how you can get the conversation rolling, right? Let's say it's the end of the day and there's no other pressing matters for them and you're okay too, and you're talking about this property. And sometimes you just start up a conversation. Always build rapport first. Always build rapport first. Hey, how long you been in the business? You have family at home too, that kind of stuff. Build rapport. Oh, I hear a dog barking in the background. What kind of dog do you have? Build rapport, okay? And here's where you start to kind of narrow things down. Say, by the way, I'm just curious, what kind of training have you had? What training do you really like? What's your favorite? Phrase it any way you want. The bottom line is you want to ask them about the training they've had, okay? Then you ask them, hey, who's your favorite mentor, all right? What about them did you like? Are you on a team? You ever thought about being on a team? You're familiar with how teams work, right? By the way, what are the terms of your team? What's the split? You know, what do they give you? Do they just give you the leads? Do you get training? Do you get coaching? What all do you get? You know, and how are the leads handled, by the way, which is really important, because we all know most teams are number one 50-50 split. And number two is that the rainmaker generates the leads. They take the ones they want, right, and then they hand out the rest of them. Okay, so in any case, then you ask them, hey, you know, wouldn't you like it more if you had a 75-25 split? What if you had control of the leads, like you had direct access to the leads yourself, and you pick the ones you want? How about this? What if you had actual coaching to show you and guide you through not just how to work with the leads, but how to really achieve your goals? And if you ever heard of the GIA team, Global Investor Agent Team, it's a national footprint. Well, that's what we do. We got 75-25% split. We got direct access to the leads ourselves. We pick the ones we want. They're not picked over. We choose what we want. We do get the training, all the material, and of course we get all the coaching. And by the way, there's other financial incentives too to be on the team. In any case, now send them the video. You're all going to have an email with this, by the way. Okay, you're going to have an email with this that has all this in there. So send them the video, the details, the Global Investor Agent Team, and the document that's titled "Email to Send to Prospective GIA Team Members." Okay, and when you do this, set up the next call so it's in place in advance. So what I'm getting at is just say, look, here's what you tell them. Hey, I want you to look at this stuff. You know, have an open mind, because it's definitely forward thinking. This is the business going forward, and we're part of that. But let's go ahead and set up a time, because you're likely going to have questions. This is what you tell them, and set up the time in advance, the day and the time. Get that secured before you get off the phone. Okay, that's really important, guys. All right. Now, on the call, field their questions. Right. They're going to have, remember, they'll have objections and they'll have questions. Questions are easy. Objectives will sometimes get you emotionally charged. They're not saying no. An objection is really a question in disguise. Okay, it triggers something in their fear mechanism. Okay, because they don't know. That's all it is. It's human nature. It doesn't mean no. Even if they say no, that's just no right there in a moment. This is a long-term process, just like dating. So think about this. If you first meet somebody and you ask them to marry you, they're probably going to say no. You say, okay, I understand, but you know what, would you like to just meet for coffee sometime? You know, they're probably more likely to say yes to that. So you always want to have a direct call to action, and also what's called basically a transfer call to action, or a transitional call to action, excuse me. Okay, so in case you answer their questions, then you say this. Say, look, this is the fastest and most direct way to earn more commissions in the shortest amount of time. Is this what you want? The leads you want, the training you need, the coaching that you need too. How soon would you like to start? If they're ready, willing, and able now, then you send them the EXP application link. Okay, you're going to get all this in the email, by the way, and you have to put your name on it. Don't put my name on it. This is about you putting them in your downline. Okay, and by the way, you can't change that, so make sure you put your name in there. Okay. And also when you do that, let Jody know, and she will follow up with the GIA team application like the very next day or later that day. Also, and by the way, this is all in the Word document titled "Email to Prospects with EXP Application Link in GIA Team Agreement Instructions." Okay, this is what I'm referring to. You're going to get this in writing, so you can just watch the video here, maybe scribble a few notes, but you're going to get this in writing. Now, let's say they need more nurturing. All right, you can, by the way, back here, sorry, I should have emphasized something. The video they're going to watch is about 40 minutes long, and there's a write-up on the team, and there's a couple of attachments. One showing the progress, 5 levels of development on the team. Okay, so that'll really pique their interest. You're not going to give them everything, but you're definitely going to give them an overwhelming reason for them to talk to you. And that then is the when you close them with that script I just gave you. All right, you know, this is the fastest, most direct way. When would you like to start? Right now, if they're still not ready, you want to nurture them. At this point, you can set up a call with me. I'll talk to them, and I'll close them on your behalf. We can do this all the time in our up and down lines. I've had it happen with me. It's perfectly normal. You could also send them 1 or 2 videos from the list of videos. It's also a separate document you're going to be getting with this video. Several videos. Don't give them all the videos. Whatever you do, don't vomit all over them. Don't just say, hey, look at all this stuff. Blah. Yeah, it's too much, too overwhelming. You just got to give them enough to get to the next step. You see what I'm saying? The key here is to get them to the next step. Their next step might be signing up. It happens a lot. But if the next step is they just have more questions, you do that follow-up. And by the way, once you set the next meeting time with them, give them one video, maybe two videos that work together. And you have to think about who you're speaking with. Think about their demographic, where they are in their business. Some videos will resonate more with people in their 60s. Some videos resonate more with people in their 30s. Some resonate with agents who are more interested in owner-occupant type transactions. Some videos are more relevant to people who want to work with investors. So you have to choose wisely and don't overwhelm them, okay? You could also give them a guest pass to eXp World. That works really well. You could also give them a demonstration of RealFlow, your lead generating system. That is powerful. In fact, some of you are probably on this team watching this video because that's what I did, right? Because it worked for me. I bought the system. It works so well. So use that, right? So remember, I'm living proof. What we're doing together, learn from that. It's a learning process, so you can earn also. So demonstrate RealFlow. Boy, that'll get you a lot of affirmation, a lot of affirmatives there. Okay. You can share with them your own personal visions and goals and actions and plans. Say, this is what we do when we first joined the team. Gary takes us through this, right? And these are what we work on to achieve. It's not like just slap them on the butt and say, hey, take all this stuff and go. No, we care. I mean, I don't get compensated to you succeed, right? So tell them the same thing. In any case, and use this question, all right? Great question. We actually call it the question. If you and I were having this conversation a year from now, what would have to happen in the year for you to feel it was successful? And let them talk, and then ask them, when would you like to start working on it? Okay. And then go ahead and send them the eXp application, get that started on the process of onboarding. You got yourself a winner. Now, a couple things here. Again, you don't have to do all the above at the same time. In fact, you shouldn't do that. Be careful not to vomit all over them. It's like finding a partner. Give them the respect of time, patience, and being present. Okay, you deserved it, and so do they. You don't actually sell the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You show them the path to the rainbow and let them see and choose for themselves. Okay, you don't sell them the pot of gold. You show them the path, right? And when they see it, they'll see it. It takes faith to do this, and it works. Okay, the whole process could take 2, 5, 10 transactions or conversations. You just don't know. Believe and be patient. Remember, as long as they're asking questions or haven't said flat no way in hell, then they're interested. Okay, keep their interest piqued by providing information, asking them open-ended questions. Okay, who, what, where, when, how. If you look up top here, look at all these questions. When, what, who, how. If you ever wonder how successful people are successful when it comes to selling and closing, it's because they ask open-ended questions. Who, what, where, when, how. Okay, and maybe why if you want to. Bottom line is this: great rewards come from great efforts. Okay, if you want to land a big fish, you got to give it a big effort. If you want to land a little guppy, doesn't take much. Okay, so go for the whole gamut. You know, my position is this: is if they've got that fire in the belly, if they got the ambition, okay, I trust your judgment. You bring them on board, but if they got it at a minimum, have that burning desire and the willingness to be disciplined and put forth the effort. Okay, there's no greater compliment to a teacher than a student who excels. Okay, there's no greater way to show others what you've got than to excel yourself. So you got to be in production. Show them your production, right? And that's going to be the biggest selling point. Okay, hope you like that. We got more videos coming up. I'll see you then and there on the next video. In the meantime, take care and God bless. Bye-bye.